All right. So you've seen people rank the Fromsoftware games to death, right? I'm gonna do something a little different here. I'm gonna rank them before I've beaten them. I've beaten some of them. I've had a little bit of fun beating some of them. And others are just fucking awful. Um, but this is my ranking of all seven From Software games that matter. Uh, fuck you, Armored Core. Before I platinum all of them. And I am in the midst of platinuming the first From Software game. Um, and I am going to platinum them in order of how I played them first. Um, Spoiler alert, first game I ever played and beat was Dark Souls 3. So I am currently grinding Covenant items, which is going to be the most annoying shit throughout this entire endeavor. Um, but yeah, that was the first game I ever played in this Sevenecta. I don't care, that's not what it's called. Go fuck yourself. Um, that was the first one I ever played. So I'm going to do that one first, and I'll tell you at the end of that video what the next one's going to be. And we're just going to have fun like that. But you never start ranking videos with what's the best or what's really good. You start with what's the worst and awful. So coming in at number last is Demon Souls. PS5 version, just as bad as a PS3 version. It's not a good game. World Tendency is just, it exists solely to drive me insane and make me want to not play the game anymore. That game is pretty fucking awful. The bosses are really simplistic and standard, and it's just not a game that I enjoyed at all. Um, when the platinum time comes, I will have to use a guide for it because holy shit, World Tendency is going to give me an aneurysm. And I don't like aneurysms. I try to keep it below two a year, and just it's not fun. It's not fun. Um, yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It was the first one. It was a good start. Um, but really it's they did what you should do, right? Like you should always get better. And From Software definitely started the worst they ever did. So they got better. Um, but coming in at number not last, sixth, is going to be Sekiro. Sekiro, the combat, man, I can't parry to save my fucking life. And when I get to that platinum, I'm just going to want to fucking kill myself repeatedly. Uh, just jump off a roof into traffic, in front of a forklift. I just get hit by a jumbo jet. I don't care. I'm gonna be miserable for the time it takes me to platinum Sekiro. I don't even know why I'm gonna do it. I don't care if you're subscribed. I don't care if you watch, honestly. I do these videos because something to do in my spare time. Um I'm really gonna hate my life for that week or two that I'm doing that. Probably gonna make me want to throw my PS5 and everything just off the balcony. Um Number five, Dark Souls 1. I know, it's the original and everyone loves it and it's a classic. I get it, but no, fuck you. The optimization in places like Blighttown and how Lost Isolith is literally just enemy spam. Like, my 5-year-old nephew could copy paste and do just as good as they did in Lost Isolith. It, I don't know, man. It's just, they weren't on their A game. with this one. I don't know if that's because they ran out of time. I'm sure people would love to tell me how wrong I am. Um, but no, fuck you. I'm right. I'm always right. That's why you're here. It's because I'm right. You're wrong. Um, Dark Souls 1 had its good moments. The first 5 hours or so of the game, I have replayed 30 times. Um, Pretty much up until the point of ringing the first bell is great fun for me. And then it's steadily goes downhill from there to where I've only ever beaten the game twice because I just get so discouraged and disappointed with the game in the back half that it just makes me not really want to see it through. Like I want to start over again. I want to try a new build and see how much I can kill these enemies in the beginning because I really don't want to go down Blight Town and Lost Izalith again. It's awful. But coming in at number four, it's going to be Dark Souls 2. I have a soft spot in my heart for this game because before I played it, everyone was talking about how bad it is and how it's literally the worst Dark Souls game. And then I played it, and it's not great. It's not the best. Um, but it's definitely better than Dark Souls 1, and it's better than Sekiro and Demon Souls, so it's better. I like the bosses not being huge ass blobs of nothing. Um, I like, I know a lot of people don't, right? But I like the adaptability stat that you have to put points into to where you get your iframes from your dodge roll, right? So, like at the beginning of the game, when you're dodging, it feels worse, but as you level up, then you put points into it, then you roll, then your dodges feel better. You feel like you're getting better as a player. Um, it's definitely the worst game by far to try to level one run. Um, Fuck that. I'll never do that. Um, but I enjoy the customization of it. I feel like I'm gonna hate my life on the platinum. Definitely gonna just not not want to be here anymore for that, but it's gonna be good. It's a better experience personally than Dark Souls or Sekiro. um it's just there are certain areas in that game where I can't get over just how bad they are. um those witches in the beginning, they're not witches. Don't tell me what they are. I don't give a shit. They act like witches. They're old ladies in a fucking hut in the middle of the woods. They're witches to me. I would just kill them on sight repeatedly. You're not supposed to, but I always felt like they were evil up to something. Um, so they died. They died. Um, yeah, it's a good game, decent game. Um, Fromsoftware swung for something different, and it didn't land with everybody, but I enjoyed it. Now, having said that, the DLCs for Dark Souls 2 can just go eat a entire dumpster full of dicks. It's not good. That's not good at all. I won't be doing those unless I have to for the platinum. I haven't even looked it up yet, but no, no. No. But yeah, so taking the bronze for FromSoft is going to be Bloodborne. Bloodborne is a really good game that I just don't think is the best. Everyone says it's the best. Everyone's glazing it all over themselves forever. And no, it has its good points. I'm a huge fan of the world. I'm a huge fan of its different, the monsters, the era. It's more of a horror game. If you if you compare it to the rest of their games, it's a lot darker, and I like that. I like the aesthetic of it. The combat system where you can't have a shield, I fucking suck at that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am a sword and board Dark Souls player till I die. I can dodge roll a couple of times, but the enemies start attacking and attacking and attacking, and I'm like, ah, my god, put the shield up. 100% block shield, please. Bam, bam, bam. And then, you run out of stamina and you die, but that's how you learn their attack patterns. And then you can take what you've learned and try to dodge through them. And then I will die. And then I'm like, oh man, I fucking suck. Let me try to block those again. And I'll just brute force my way through it. Um, can't do that in Bloodborne. You have a weapon. It's a quote unquote trick weapon. Um, and it can change into a different thing. And that's cool. But I really want my shield. I want a shield. You can keep the gun. The guns in this game are like the most pathetic things you will ever see. If you've ever tried in Dark Souls to do a crossbow run, um, that's what this is. The guns aren't good at doing damage at all. They're more there for parrying and see above. I hate parrying, not my style. Um, So I kind of bounce off Bloodborne a little bit too, but it gets high marks because I love the world. I like the bosses. Um, that platinum is probably gonna not be fun either. But you know, most platinums aren't fun. Um, you get a game you really like, and then you beat yourself to death with it to try to get the platinum, and then you never want to look at that game again. So that's what this is. I'm gonna play all of these Soulsborne games, and then after I've platinumed all of them, I'm gonna see if I want to play any of these ever again, and then I'll rank them again. But for right now, pre-platinum, Bloodborne is number 3, which brings me to the top 2, and to the surprise of absolutely everybody, I'm sure, number 2 is Elden Ring. Elden Ring on the surface is a all-around better, improved version of Dark Souls 3. Um, but I will say it's less focused. It's too open, like your mom's legs. It's you can explore without a map for literal tens of minutes and not find anything that you're supposed to see. And that's cool and all for the first playthrough you exploring. I sunk 100 hours into the game the first time I played through it before I beat the final boss. It's a massive game, but it's also to its detriment. I don't want to replay it. I don't. The platinum needs 3 separate endings, I believe, and I'm just gonna want to kill myself. I know I say that a lot. I don't really want to, but it's a nice thought. No, but seriously, I like living. I promise. But Elden Ring has a massive amount of weapon variety. Um, the bosses, the designs are actually A tier. I love the bosses, the giant, the fuck off Melania. God fucking Melania. How many times it took me to beat her on my first playthrough is just insanity. Um, but too much, too much bloat. Um, if they had scaled it back a little bit, it probably would have been perfect. Um, Another really impressive feature that I'm surprised took so long was guard counters. You block, you hit R2, and instead of just a normal strong attack, it's a guard counter, which made the sword and board style viable again, whereas everyone used to just unga bunga two-handed and dodge roll. Now you have a reason to use a shield. You are incentivized to use a shield sometimes. And the DLC was just also massive. Shadow of the Erd Tree was its own fucking game, basically. It almost, or it did win Game of the Year. I don't know. I don't keep up with that shit. But it was nominated, which caused the whole fucking debate of, oh my god, should it have? I don't care. Shut the fuck up. Like I said, don't subscribe to me. Don't watch. Don't like. I don't care. Um, I'm making these for me. So you don't bother me, anonymous person who's not watching the video. But that does, of course, mean that number one, best Dark Souls game, well, best Fromsoftware game is Dark Souls 3. It's perfect in every way I can think of. The combat is just butter. For the most part, the bosses are really good. Like the Abyss Watchers, really, really good. I thoroughly enjoy Pontiff Sullivan because I can't parry, so I can't cheese the fucker. Um, I really like the game, and it might be biased because it was my first Dark Souls. You always have a special place in your heart for your first, right? You know? But yeah, I am looking forward to platinuming Dark Souls 3 right now. I am very close. It'll probably be another day or two, and then I'll start to work on that video, and I'll get it to y'all. Well, get it to my YouTube page for the nobody who watches these. Um, yeah, they have a great boss roster. The normal enemies are fun to fight, with the exception of the stupid fucking dogs. No one ever likes dogs. Um, it's just a good time. It's a good time, and yeah. So that's my list of best From Software games before I've platinumed all of them, and I'll come back and revisit this after I've put myself through all the cock and ball torture of platinuming all 7 of them back to back to back. Like I said, the first one's going to be Dark Souls 3, and then I'll let you know at the end of that video which one's next. Demon Souls is the worst game. Fight me. I don't give a shit. If you don't agree with that, you're wrong. And until next time, it's Darny Asada, and you're beautiful. Goodbye.